bear in mind though that there are some bits and pieces missing here and there.
Okay.
You won't stay here, and I have no. Don't stop without a move. Is it possible that I once considered to be?
Hello, and welcome to Rolling News. I'm Zoe, and today we'll be discussing the fall of cinema and the rise of video on demand. To really get to the bottom of the topic, is cinema really dying? For an independent production company such as Seesaw Films, this decline in cinema is incredibly important. In 2010, they released The King's Speech, which grossed $414.2 million at the box office, proving a massive success. Then, in 2016, 5 years after The King's Speech, they released Lion, which only grossed $140.1 million, even though they were both of similar production budget, the same genre of film, and had notable actors as the main roles.
Strictly business.
Cinema has always been an incredibly important part of our culture, with some incredibly talented films coming out of the UK every year. It is impossible to understand why cinema is falling.
Oh.
We spoke to the head of the
There you go, I
BFI
don't
to
know why
talk
that
more
again.
about why
I do
cinema
like
is
the way that you
important
put
and his
the
take
one
on
over the other
issue.
though.
At the BFI, we're most interested in films being shown on the big screen. Filmmakers don't design these films, and we don't fund them for them to be shown on phones with headphones. In order to get younger people into the cinemas, we've introduced the Under 25 scheme, which means that students, young adults, can watch a film for only £3. And there's also our BFI membership, which offers exclusive discounts in our shop and events that are open to members, which costs only £35 a year. And of course there's the London Film Festival and other festivals themed, which are a chance for independent filmmakers to get their films seen by a wider audience.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
One of the cinema's biggest threats is video on demand sites such as the London-based streaming service Movie, where for just £5.99 a month, you can experience a selection
hear
of
that
films
very well, what that
worldwide,
is.
ranging from sell-out blockbusters to independent masterpieces.
How's that supposed to make me feel?
Even though they currently only have 100,000 subscribers, the company is slowly gaining more popularity with people who adore all forms of film. Of course, this is not the only form of video on demand. Other forms such as Netflix and Amazon are increasingly popular and are giving the cinema a run for their money.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
We spoke to some members of the
It's
public
going
to
funny.
see where and how they watch their favourite films. Here are a few of the responses we received.
Normally I watch my films at the cinema due to the different experiences you get.
I watch them online using Amazon Prime, or I go into the cinemas.
Sometimes at the cinema, but only when I'm going with friends and it's a special event or something. But most of the times it's just online.
Well, I watch most of them on Putlocker, but I can torrent them off of Pirate Bay on the unblocked browser.
So I mostly watch them on sites such as Amazon Prime, Netflix, sometimes on YouTube, but I do actually go to cinema quite a bit.
Dude, this thing claims I have mail. It's amazing what we can do with computers these days.
It appears the future of filmmaking is changing, as more up-and-coming filmmakers are putting their work on sites such as YouTube and Vimeo in
Could
order
do
to
with
get
some
their
of
work seen by
that
thousands.
filtering sound.
On June
filter.
27, 2003, Tommy Wiseau released the cult classic The Room, which, even though it was deemed the worst movie ever made, has become a major success through people sharing it and Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero's constant promotion and special screenings of the film.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa!
Sestero went on to write a book about his experience entitled The Disaster Artist, which was made into a film in December of last year by James and Dave Franco, who took on the role of Wiseau and Sestero's characters from the cult classic. Even after 15 years, Wiseau and Sestero are still working together, the most recent piece being Best Friends, which premiered at the Prince Charles Cinema earlier this year. This is an example of how an independent film can reach the masses, even though the film only had a limited release.
What a story, Mark.
We also recently spoke to Sammy Paul, an up-and-coming director on YouTube, about his views on the fall of cinema and what that could potentially mean for him. We asked Sammy on Twitter direct message what
Yeah,
he
this will
the
be
decline of cinema,
kind of,
and do you think cinema is still
shortened
necessary?
stuff.
He replied, "It's sad to see the decrease in cinema goers, but with the rise of ticket prices, online piracy and home entertainment models such as Netflix, it's certainly not surprising. I think those who truly love film as a medium, particularly those who want to go into the industry, really should go that extra mile to see films on the big screen, thus helping keep cinemas alive. If the cinema model cannot be sustained, a move towards digital home release would be somewhat understandable. That said, I feel there are enough people who truly love experiencing film on a big screen for the cinema to never truly die out."
Bad. Terrible. Worse than terrible.
To conclude, while cinema is slowly fading, it does not appear that it will be completely erased from our lives in the near future. For independent filmmakers, though, this does mean that there are other options to get their films seen and heard, rather than just going through the traditional route, even if it is sometimes a tad inconvenient.
As if!
But what do you think? Let us know on our social media pages and get involved with the conversation. But for now, this has been Rolling News, and that's a wrap.
And that's it.
Well, it's a brilliant topic. I mean, I was engaged straight away because it's something that I wanted to comment on my views all the way through it. So it is really a good topic. If you're interested in my views, I barely go to cinema, even though we've got some 2-for-1 thing twice a week. Still don't go. I always watch at home, unless it's something, say a 3D, which would be better, or an IMAX or something like that. Unless it's something special. If it's not, watch it at home. It's easier. It's so much cheaper. Even with 2-for-1, it's still going to cost you sort of 20-25 quid if you want to have popcorn or whatever as well. So, but you know, some of the views on there are right. If you're going with friends, then it's a social experience, but it's not the best social experience for going somewhere with friends because you're just sitting there for a couple of hours not talking. So, you know, I think they're going to have to move with the times, just like high streets have moved with the times. They're going to have to think of other things to get people into the cinema. But you instantly engage me in the topic. You're an engaging speaker as well.
Thank you.
That you got eye contact with the camera. There was no messing about, and you could see your body language was absolutely direct and concise. Some of the things I like where you sort of superimpose, don't know what it's called, but superimpose things on top of each other. So you're seeing quite a few things which is quite eye-catching. Although there was one which was a bit blurry, which confused my eyes a little bit. But for a work in progress, because obviously there's a few things you're going to edit, aren't there? Yeah, it's really, like I said, compelling, because the topic sucks you in. You straight away suck you in. And you've got a few recordings there of good places where it's engaging and eye-catching as well.